Hello everyone and welcome to my very first podcast at King eBooks. Today we're going to discuss the importance of success and how to get there. We're going to discuss how you can become successful in anything ranging from being an entrepreneur, being a famous movie star, or even being a famous sportsman. And we're going to discuss the steps how you can get there. Now, I have had some very good successes in both academia and sports. I have taught myself the A-levels and went to university a year early. I went to a prestigious top university in the UK and achieved a 2-1 in accounting and finance. And I have also enjoyed some success with sports. Now, underlying the fundamentals of success are a series of beliefs and steps which you can apply in virtually any industry or area of life to achieve what you want. Those steps are beliefs, goals, motivation, and resources. Now, the most important thing for success is belief. Belief in itself is very powerful, and it's going to be the thing that will drive you forward no matter what you want to be successful in. Every hugely successful person out there, either someone who's decided to climb the Everest for the very first time, the Wright brothers who invented flying, or any other successful inventor out there, believed that they could become that person. Without belief, you clearly have nothing. That's because whenever you want to be successful, you will always encounter difficulties, setbacks, you will encounter people who will not believe in what you believe, and that will make life very difficult for you. So if you don't have a really strong belief about what you can achieve or whether what you want to achieve is possible, then you will be stuck and you will come undone very quickly. Goals are also very important for success. They're important because you need to know the direction in which you're going. Without a clear direction, you will be easily sidetracked at the first obstacle and all your efforts will be in vain. Now, you need to be very careful about the goals and you need to set a main goal. So, the final destination, if you like, or say where you want to be 5 or 10 years down the line. And then you need to break down that main goal into bite-sized chunks. So, for example, say you wanted to become as famous as Keanu Reeves, and you wanted to become a celebrity and act in blockbuster movies. That would be like a main goal, and you could break that down into smaller goals. Say you join a drama class, take some acting classes, and then you take those skills with you and you act in a local play, or you go out there and you act in an international play. So that's how you set your goals. Psychologically speaking, it's very important to have those small goals because you will need to stay motivated on the path to success. Success is not an instant thing. People don't become successful overnight. It might look that way, but behind the scenes there's a lot of effort. There are a lot of obstacles that need to be overcome to become successful. So you will need to set yourself a series of small goals and feel happier and more motivated when you achieve those small goals. And that way you will keep yourself propelled towards the main goal. In order to be successful, an action plan is vital. An action plan will be a series of steps which you will need to take to get where you want to go. Now, it's very important to not be very pedantic about the action plan and be open to changing the action plan, because in time you will learn new things, you will learn how to do things better, and therefore take better action. It's action that ultimately leads to success. Now, the action plan is to take into account things such as time, money, and energy. Time is your most valuable thing. It's your most valuable thing because you only have a finite amount of it. Everyone has only 24 hours in the day. So you'll need to be very careful about how you're going to allocate your time. Also, it's very important to note that you cannot recover time, whereas you can recover other things such as lost money or other resources. So you need to be very careful about how you spend your time. It's estimated nowadays that in order to become successful at anything, you need to invest around 10,000 hours. Now, that's not a set figure, of course, and you can reduce that amount of time drastically by having some really good mentorship from someone who can teach you how to avoid the most common pitfalls of becoming successful in the area you want to become successful in. So a mentor can really help cut down on wasted time and enable you to become successful faster and better. But if you want to become successful, you need to be realistic about how much time you're gonna have to invest in what you want to become, and what will be the consequences in your life, how you will have to make changes in your life to accommodate for success. Say, if you have a family or if you have other commitments, you will need to rejig things around to make your dream possible, or you might need to adjust your timeline. Say, you want to become really good at a certain sport, then if you can only spare 2 hours a day, then obviously it's going to take you longer than someone who can spare 4 or 6 hours a day to become good at that sport. So time is very important. Another important resource, of course, is money. Money is important because obviously we all need to make a living in order to carry on and try to be successful. And also we exchange our time for money. So again, it goes back to time. And you need to be careful how you allocate your money. Now, if you want to become successful at something and you don't have a lot of time to work to get the money, or if your current skills are pretty low and you'd have to work long hours to make a lot of money, it might be a good idea to go out there and find sponsorship. Find someone who believes in your dream, believes in your ambitions, and can make your dream come true. Now, another key area of success is motivation. No matter what your goals or ambitions are, you will need to find a way to stay motivated and stay on track. Remember that success is a long-term thing. It's not a one-night do-over. It's gonna take you a lot of time and effort. You will have a lot of failures, and you will need to stay motivated. It's a fact that the most successful people out there are actually the biggest failures. That's because they spent a lot of time in failing in order to learn how to be successful. Success is not so much about luck, although luck does play a part in it. For example, if you set out to be a famous sports star and you suddenly got yourself injured, then you wouldn't be able to continue being successful in that area. But at the end of the day, effort, motivation, and the mindset are the key parts to success. So you need to find a way to stay motivated. Now, different people work in different ways. Some people have a lot of internal motivation. So if they set out to be successful in a certain field, then they won't need people to they won't need people around them to motivate them. They'll just go right ahead, take the necessary action steps, and become successful. Other people are motivated externally. So they might need other people to support them, cheer them up, when they're feeling down and help them through that success journey. Now, there is no right or wrong way of being successful, but it's very important to understand what kind of person you are and what your needs will be in order to become successful. So, to recap, in order to be successful, you will need to drill down and establish a strong set of beliefs. So, believe in yourself and believe you're gonna make it. You need a good set of goals, both a primary goal and the smaller goals, which will keep you motivated once you achieve them. You will need a solid action plan. So you'll need to take into account things like time and money. And lastly but not least, you will need a good dose of motivation, and that comes from establishing what kind of person you are, whether you're motivated by others or you can motivate yourself to get there, and you'll be successful. Thank you very much for listening to the podcast, and I can hardly wait to see you again.